Hey guys, Anthony back today. It's Sunday, May 1st, 2022. I wanted to do a video here today in the shop, which I am always organizing. If you remember the movie Taxi Driver, Robert De Niro was the star of Taxi Driver. And this movie's dating me. It's years and years ago, but it's a great, great movie. He says in one of the scenes, one of these days I'm going to get organized. And it seems like, especially preppers, if you're putting away a lot of things and you have gear and, different things, even if you're not, just things you collect over time and you don't want to part with them, or you need them for some time down in the future, things get out of place pretty quickly. And that's what I'm finding myself in the last couple of weeks. Actually more than that. So today I'm spending the day. Yesterday was the Sabbath. I took it easy, concentrated on scripture, on resting, on my relationship with the Almighty. But today, Sunday, I'm putting some stuff together, organizing some things, and hopefully going to get organized. I ate my Wheaties this morning. There you can see. I remember when I was younger. I had this this thing called the Bullworker. It was like one of those things you squeeze this way and it measures like your strength, and then you pull it. It had looked like an Archer cables that were rubber coated. It may even be still online somewhere, like eBay or something. This is many, many years ago. And you pull it, and there was a chart with all different exercises, and I would keep track of my pull, my pushes, my holds, and I would use the Bullworker, do like a set, hold it, whatever it said to do, and then I would go in front of the mirror and start flexing and posing, and I was doing this when I was a little kid. I had to be probably 5th or 6th grade. I was just getting into weightlifting, and it's just so funny. Then I'd go drink like a glass of chocolate milk, and flex in front of the mirror and think, hey, I'm going to grow instantly. And I quickly found out that doesn't happen. It takes many, many years of dedicated training, and I just thought it was funny. Talk about that. I ate my Wheaties this morning. One of the things I've been doing on the communications front is, you're looking at my HF setup. I have a ICOM IC718. Okay, I live in a community where it's not conducive to have these big antennas out. I have an antenna that goes up on a pole, 30 plus feet, but whenever that stays up for a long amount of time, maybe longer than a day or so, I start getting questions from a lot of people. So I've tried to stay a little bit more stealthy recently, and I picked up these Shark ham sticks. This one that I just received was a 40 meter one. So they're for individual bands on the HF spectrum. This is a 20 meter one I picked up a few weeks ago. I already had a 10 meter one, not a Shark, but another brand. And what I did was I have a mount by Comet. It's like a clip mount that goes on your vehicle. It clips like on the door, on the metal. I had it on my van. So I clipped it on the edge of my gutter where the gutter is seamed together. I'll take a picture in another video and show you guys. Screwed it down, ran the wire through the top here, ran it into the shack, and all I do is now just get on a little step stool and I unscrew whatever antenna's on there. Like today I have the 40 meter band on. So the 40 meter band, if you look at your band plan here, okay, the 40 meter band right here, or 7 megahertz band on the green, goes from 7.125 on the scale to 7.50 on the scale. Excuse me, 7.300. I'm sorry, we can't see that good. You see that? And then I have 10 meters. So 10 meters, that's the scale or the megahertz or the band that you'll hear, people talking and making contacts, etc. I'm allowed to talk on 10 meters. I'm not allowed to talk on the others, as my license is not upgraded yet to general. I will hopefully someday get that, but I can monitor all those bands, all these bands, as you can as well. And in an emergency, life and death emergency, an SHTF, I would talk freely on the bands no matter what. So I don't care about that. 20 meters, again, here I have an antenna for that. And then, so when I'm on the band, I keep this hung up here. And then what I do is I keep a little book. And if you notice, I got one of these Right in the Rain books with the, that I'm using. And what I do is, the other night I was training my wife how to run the radio. And we were on, it was actually Friday night. So this is Friday night, 429. These are the frequencies that we picked up: activity, conversations, contests, traffic nets, etc. And I just simply jot them down. And I put the time of day that it was. So when I go back, I can say, hey, you know what? There was a contest last Friday on this station, and let me go back to it today at this time and see what's going on there. And some you'll hear, hey, tune in like 7.200 as a maritime net. It talks about weather all around the country, and I think all around the world, that you could tune in. And I think that is weekly. I'm not sure. But anyway, and then I write down if it's in another language, or if it's a contest. Sometimes they'll let you could tell if it's a contest. People are trying to make contacts and things like that. And so if it's just a conversation, I'll write it down. Sometimes they say where they are, I write it down. Louisiana. This last night, not sure if it was a Russian station talking. Somebody was talking Russian, I think. Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Vermont, Michigan. And so these are the channels. So I just write it down in the book, and this is like my log, if you will. And then I have the frequency. So right now I have it tuned to, what time is it? It's afternoon here on Sunday. So the band hasn't been that active that I've seen.
Absolutely symmetry, and have a good day. All right, folks, that completes that list. Once again, this is South Coast Amateur Radio Service, 7251. My name is Kevin. The call sign here, Kilo Charlie 7, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. We're going to be looking for mobiles only, one-time only.
This is a traffic net that's going on. It's at 7.251. And he's asking for any mobile radios to check in. So if you're on a mobile and you're on this, you're checking in. Not sure where he's based, but just showing you. And so what I'm saying is about the communication plan. And then I want to show you my antennas. I buy these little 1-inch PVCs. That's about 5 feet high. Then I just buy the little top that goes on it, and inside there I just put my antenna. So my 20 meter antenna is in here. My 40 meter also fits in. So this is the Shark 20 meter. So if I wanted to go out right now and switch it, I would screw this top piece onto the antenna, and then this is a standard threads for the mount, the Comet mount that I have outside on my gutter, and I just reach up and unscrew the other one, screw this one in, and I could be on 20 meters in about 2 minutes. Same thing for 10 meters, etc. down the road. Now, if there was a pressing emergency or something was going on in an emergency, I would just hoist my 33-foot pole up, put the wire antenna up on there, the end-fed antenna, and I would have access to all the bands at once. And then I could scroll through and try to hear any intelligence or info that was going on related to the emergency that was taking place. I used to do that for hurricanes, etc. in Florida. So what I've been doing is I've been buying some gear, like antennas to cover the different spectrums on the HF frequencies to stay stealth, where they're not real tall. You can't really see them when I have them up. You don't know I'm on the air. I also have headset I could put on. I could plug these beats in to here, and I could operate silently without anybody overhearing. And then on the other front, on the walkie-talkie type radios, the 2 meter, the 70 centimeter, the more local stations, I'm also beefing that up, programming all my radios, writing my radio plan, the frequencies, printing them out, training my wife. Her radio's coming today. I bought a different color Bofang for her. It's a blue one, so she can carry that with her. I'm going to print out the radio plan. That way she could have it when she's traveling. If something happens, she knows what stations to go to, what channels to go to, at what time of day, at what frequency, how long to monitor, and etc. So it's part of a radio plan. I'll do another video on that. But I'm beefing up comms and concentrating more on that because it's so important with what's going on today as far as around the world. If there's an EMP, sun activity that cuts out our communications, or some kind of sabotage, which is I think that's more likely than anything else, some type of sabotage going on, you still have a possibility of getting on and communicating, or even just listening to activity on what's going on, and it could help you out, your community out, your neighborhood out, whatever. And I just think it's really important. I think having this stuff in-house prior is good, and taking good care of it, like having somewhere to put your antennas so they don't get bent up, stepped on. Label this, HF antennas, and you have it. You could throw it in the vehicle if you need to and take it with you. Again, that Comet mount is for a vehicle. I modified it for my home. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I'm using what I have, so I don't have to invest a lot of money. The Comet mount's an $80 mount. I just switched it from the vehicle to house, and it's working fine. Let's see what else is on here. Like I said, the later in the day, I found 40 meters comes alive. Last night it was hopping. Friday night it was hopping. It's like 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Today's Sunday. It's still early. But I'm sure it will start picking up as the day goes on. So, at any rate, I'll do some more videos on the ham radio preps that I'm putting together, the ham radio system that I have in place, because I think it's really important. I saw a neighbor yesterday with her son. He was 12 years old, and I was telling him about, we started a conversation, and they were looking at Teddy, my dog, and we were talking about that, and we talked about working out. I was talking to her son. He's starting to train and get into sports. And I said, well, I'm a ham radio operator. I have a license. I said, are you interested in possibly that? So I may pick him up a radio and give it to him, and because there's a lot of people that don't know about the hobby that I think would be interested, and so I may give him a radio and get him involved in the hobby. So yeah, so today I'm spending the day organizing, cataloging stuff, putting stuff away, trying to make some videos. My van is down. That's why I'm a little overwhelmed inside the shop. I had to empty my van, take everything out, and now it's in the shop here. And I had a lot of stuff. My van's like a battleship. It has a lot of gear on it all the time. So if I did have to go anywhere, it's already loaded. So it's empty now. There's something wrong with the transmission. I'm hoping quotes I've received up to $5,500 for new, which is out of the question for me right now. And then I'm on a list right now for a local place here that rebuilds them, these two gentlemen, but they're booked till June 20th, so that's my appointment. So my vehicle is going to be down until June 20th when I have it towed over to them to rebuild it for around $2,000, they told me. And they won't know for sure till they get into it. And I think it's the transmission, because I was driving to work one morning and was hitting the gas and nothing. Pulled off the road, shut the vehicle, waited about 5 minutes, started it back up. It started moving again. I got to almost to work. It started again not responding as I pressed the accelerator, and I pulled into a parking lot, parked it, and then from there I ended up having to have it towed. And everybody that I talk to say that's something with the transmission. Again, I don't know 100%. I think it might be. These gentlemen think those are the symptoms as well. Something slipping, something not working correctly. I'm hoping it's not something really serious. But $2,000 is not what I wanted to spend on a vehicle that I own right now, especially after doing some work to my wife's vehicle, a lot of work to my wife's vehicle. But things happen, and you have to be ready for unforeseen circumstances. So am I happy that my wife's vehicle's working great right now? Knock on wood. But my vehicle, my primary, is down, and it's going to be down for a while. So something happens now that I need my primary, which is my tow vehicle for my RV. I'm out of luck. My tow vehicle stays where it is, and that's my base of operation if I needed my RV. So that's what's going on. And then medically, my wife just had her yearly brain scan in Charlotte the other day on Tuesday. So we need to go to Johns Hopkins in May, middle of May, to talk to her doctors on that, on the brain tumor situation. She's also recovering still from COVID that she had back in September. She's doing well, but she has medical issues. And so this is why I take these times to organize and get ready, because if something does happen, I want it to be just second nature. Hey, this is what I have. Here's where I'm going. Here's what I have available to me, and here's what we could do. It's just there's a lot going on, and I think in the video that I did prior to this one on 2 Timothy, we see where the world is headed, because it's not getting better, it's getting worse. And we could expect it to get worse and worse as the days, weeks, months, and years progress. So it is imperative that we hone our skills and use our skill sets to our advantage now while we have time, because when something happens, it's too late at that point. So this video is just to let you know what I'm doing. Hopefully go out on the e-bike today, my electric bike. I want to take it out and start using it more and more. I'm going to do some videos with it. I got a camera mount coming today, I think, for it, so I could video while I'm on the bike as well without the phone flying off. So that's my update today, Sunday, May 1st. We'll close, see if we can get a station. But let me know your thoughts, comments, and in the comments section, let people know what you're doing. I know everybody has individual problems and things going on in their lives, but
Yes, it's November 4, Kilo Golf Lima, M4 ATM, with Jeff Patel, Juliet Alpha Charlie. This is for Sweet Golf Lima, I hope you got the morning. Thank you, sir. Thank you, good luck. What? Take that one off your content.
7.238. Seems to be a contest. So like I said, the bands are starting to open up now. Last night I was getting some crystal clear activity. I'll do some other videos when the bands are opening. But again, put your comments down below. Maybe they'll help others out with getting prepared in all different types of categories. And so thanks for watching. Stay ready. Take care. And I'll be back. Anthony signing off.